Okay.
It is extremely rare for a police chief to testify against their own officer, but as you just heard, Chief Arredondo did not mince words. He said that Chauvin violated policy, and he said that once George Floyd was handcuffed and stopped resisting, Chauvin should have backed off.
You're familiar with the term positional asphyxia?
I am.
Is that one of the dangers of leaving somebody in a prone, handcuffed position for too long?
Yes, if they're prone to handcuffed and there's pressure around their airways or on their back, the risk and potential for them and us killing them goes up substantially.
I can't show you.
The chief also revealed that he first been called about
They're just straight up showing B-roll of the fucking murder.
the incident
so I
around
don't want
9
to show
p.m.
it.
that night before Floyd had been pronounced dead. Initially, he said he only saw the incident from a security camera across the street, and then nothing really jumped out at him. But later, around midnight, a community member told him about that bystander cell phone video that went viral. Now, Chauvin's defense team is arguing that an angry crowd of
Tweet that you're live for weird. I fucking did, brother. You didn't see it. Like, here, I'll pump it in the chat so you blast it out. Your friends and family alike. You know what I mean? There you go. There you go. Okay, one man spam. Yeah, go retweet that right now or ban. Retweet or banned. Anyway, let's keep going.
bystanders, Shep, distracted the officers, and that Floyd died from his drug use and because of his underlying health conditions. But the ER doctor who pronounced Floyd dead testified today that he thought Floyd died from lack of oxygen.
In theory, then, for the cause of Mr. Floyd's cardiac arrest, oxygen deficiency.
That was one of the more likely possibilities, I felt.
So they say that he likely died of asphyxiation. So the defense changed their rhetoric from like, oh, well, the toxicology report indicates that he had drugs in his system, so he must have died from like an overdose, or rather to well, Percocets have the capacity to lower your or to like lower your oxygenation or something. I guess I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's fucking insane.
Felt it at the time.
They're saying that the Percocets are in his the drugs were responsible for his oxygen intake being lowered, and not fucking someone's literal knee, like someone's actual knee on your neck while you are handcuffed behind your fucking back. It is so insane, dude. Like, yeah, dude, it's yeah, my respiratory drive was decreased, not by the literal fucking knee on my neck as I'm on my belly on the ground with my hands handcuffed behind my back as the officer's literally pulling my hands further back so that I can, you know, so that it's even harder to fucking breathe, but it's the Percocet. Like, when had he taken the drugs, I wonder? Like, it might have been in his blood, but it doesn't, like, he was still fucking very clearly, like, he was clearly not, like, you know, respiratory drive is your interest in breathing, okay? Like, your oxygen intake might suffer because you're not as aware, and you're not as, like, you're not all there if you're super fucking high. But clearly he's not giving up on breathing if he's saying I can't fucking breathe because there's someone's clearly he's alert in the situation. Like, nursing student here, obviously discounting usage of it as a street drug. If perks were dangerous enough to cause fatal respiratory depression like side effects at that dosage, it wouldn't be as widely used as an analgesic. I mean, it happens to like people in fucking hospitals and shit, not people that are getting choke slammed into the fucking ground.
Information I had, it was more likely than the other possibilities.
And doctor, is there another name for death by oxygen deficiency?
Asphyxia.
Now, it is a crucial point that both sides will continue to argue about throughout the week, especially when the county medical examiner testifies. Shep?
So these were the two key moments that came out of the trial. And the defense argument was that the asphyxiation or the oxygen intake levels are reduced by Percocet. So that was that is the reason potentially that they died, that George Floyd was murdered. It's ridiculous. It doesn't work that way. It's literally, I mean, it doesn't matter. They're just trying everything they fucking can. Do you think lawyers actually believe their own defense? No, dude. No. They're lawyers. They don't have to believe their own defense. What are you talking about? No, I don't think the lawyer fucking legitimately thinks that George Floyd wasn't murdered, but instead fucking overdosed. The reason why the defense argument is so weak is because there's so many witnesses and so much outrage that happened in the aftermath of this murder. So this is one of the most high profile, if not literally the most high profile fucking police murder, this incident since like Rodney King. So straight up, everyone knows what the fuck happened. Everyone has the expectations. Fentanyl can be detected in the bloodstream up to 48 hours after the use of it. So even if it was found, it could have been from days before. Lawyers that defend people like Derek Chauvin and Kyle Rittenhouse are scum of the earth. Okay, but you have to understand that, like, those people, no matter how fucking evil they are, they still deserve a fair a fair look to be judged by their peers, a jury of their peers, and they still have a right to an attorney. That's how this works. It does not fucking matter. Everyone deserves due process. Okay? No, they fucking don't. Fuck that lawyer. It doesn't matter. I don't care what your perspective is on this. That's not how this shit works, and I'm glad that that's not how this shit works. If our justice system worked with personal grievances and how fucking angry you got at a particular offense, it would be even worse than what we have right now. Well, actually, part of the reason why the American justice system is so fucking dog shit and Tom Cotton can get away with tweeting out stuff like, we have an under-incarceration problem in this country, and it's getting worse every fucking day, when literally he's saying shit like that when America hosts 25% of the entire world's incarcerated population, despite making up only 4% of the world's population in general. That's the reason why we incarcerate more than fucking China and every other country, that we have a higher rate of incarcerated population than anywhere else on the planet, both in totality for the most part, and also in percentages. The reason why we can get away with that is because Americans have an incredibly draconian approach to the criminal justice system. Like, they love aggressive punitive measures. Americans love that shit. It is completely ingrained in our identity. Tom Cotton recently said this, by the way, just so when you have that approach, when you say things like when you say things like that, like, oh, fuck that guy, he does not deserve a fucking fair trial or whatever, you're again participating in that same criminal justice system. I understand why you're angry at the racism within our criminal justice system that allows people like Derek Chauvin to exist for so long and get 18 fucking infractions and still operate. We have a major under-incarceration problem in America, and it's only getting worse, says Tom Cotton. Fucking asshole, dude.